What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. It is time already. We should more than expect Player of the Month for the month of May to start rolling out this week. So of course I want to go over my predictions. I went ahead and looked back at MLB 19, 18, and 17 because obviously with the season being suspended, we're getting past Player of the Month cards, and I formulated all of them, took into mind what cards we already have and what overalls we've been seeing, and put together a list of cards that we're more than likely going to get for free diamonds in the May Player of the Month set. Now before we get into this one, as always, make sure to leave a like down below on this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet. Gonna put out really good gameplay. The all speed team is coming tonight. It was a lot of fun. Think you guys are gonna enjoy that, and follow me on Twitter. Let's see if we can hit 3,000 followers today. Twitter.com/GomesDaLegend. It's gonna be in the pinned comment down below. Go ahead and drop your boy a follow. But now getting into it, a couple background things with April. Now the first time we saw this was kind of a surprise. It just happened. It was on the third Friday of the month of April, which was April 14th. And that's when we saw stage 1 was revealed to be 85 overall Ryan Zimmerman. Now once again, this is not confirmed to be out this week. However, I would more than expect that it would be if they follow the same formula, because it seems they want to get everything done with by the time the next month comes out. And the third Friday of the month of May is going to be this Friday on the 15th. And what I would expect is we're going to see it exactly how it was last time, the same stages. And we're going to see a card on the 15th of Friday, Friday the 22nd, Tuesday the 26th of May, and then finally on the 29th, we're going to see the Lightning card as well as the last card to round out the 5 that we're going to get. That being said, let's get into my predictions. Now, when we saw MLB The Show 19 classic cards be included in the Player of the Month set, it was a surprise to be sure, but a welcomed one. Derek Dietrich, I think, would be amazing this year, and I know he was a fan favorite card last year. Obviously, the inevitable. He doesn't have vision, he doesn't have fielding, he doesn't have speed. He has power versus righties. That's the big thing about him. 120 power versus righties. This would be a phenomenal card to have on your bench, and if push comes to shove, he can play any corner, he can play second base, and he even has fair enough contact at 87 and 77 against lefties. So despite him not having great vision, not having great power against lefties, 77 contact is still able to hold your own. I think this card would be amazing. He was always somebody who I really hoped to get in Battle Royale because he was great on that front, especially on the lower difficulties, and he would be a great end of your bench guy. And this is who you want to have, considering we're going lower overalls, just diamonds for the Player of the Month sets this year. Derek Dietrich, I think I really want to see him there. Next up, another power-handed lefty, Justin Bour. Again, another fan favorite card. This is from MLB The Show 17, of course, and I really want to see this one. The only thing I have to say is I don't know if they would put both of these cards in, considering, yes, they aren't the same position, but they're both power-hitting lefties. I think they should, though, because everybody really wants these cards, I think. Justin Bour, amazing hitter, 78, 84 contact, 94 power against righties, 81 against lefties, so he still hits the threshold, and 84, 81 splits against lefties is honestly really good. With 57 vision, that's good enough. 50 speed, 64 fielding, can only play first base. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to put him anywhere else anyway. I think Justin Bour has a fantastic swing. Of course, now he's kind of washed. I think he got sent down to the minors when he was with the Los Angeles Angels last year. So who knows if he fizzles out of baseball. I definitely want to see him one last time, and I don't think he's going to come back as a legend. I think that would be really a real Bikrami yoga stretch of the imagination of calling Justin Bour a legend. However, he is a legend in MLB The Show, so I really want to see this card come back. I'd say he'd most likely be an 85 overall. Remember, MLB The Show 17, their overalls are different because the attributes didn't extend up to 125 yet, so I'd imagine an 85 overall that I really want to see. Another one from MLB The Show 17, that is Alex Wood. Now, I've never really used Alex Wood cards. I think he kind of has a funky delivery, or at least a funky windup. Let me know if I'm right or wrong about that. But he is, of course, a lefty. And he has a sinker, which is going to be really good. He only has 4 pitches, a sinker, changeup, knuckle curveball, and 2-seamer. And this is before they have the individual velocities on each pitch, but you see his 86 velocity right there. I doubt he would have, I'm pretty sure he does not come with the outlier quirk, or he would not. But a lefty pitcher with a sinker and a knuckle curveball, I think could be really good. 90 K per 9, 70 walk per 9, 75 hits per 9. I think this is a very solid, well-rounded card. I would say this is most likely an 86, 87 overall. Remember, the Ryan Zimmerman was a 91 overall card from the set in MLB The Show 17, and he went down to an 85 overall. I'd imagine something similar, 85, 86, 87 in that range would be Alex Wood's overall. So I think it's really realistic. We're always going to see pretty much one pitcher throughout this, I do believe, because they always made sure there's at least one pitcher in these sets whenever they did Player of the Month. And I think Alex Wood is definitely the best of the bunch, as I'll show you a bit later. But something they did not have in the first April POTM set of MLB 20 is a relief pitcher, because I don't think there were any options available to them. But Hector Neris would be one. He's the only reliever out of this set, and I'll be honest, I don't know how good he would be. I did not use this card. He comes with a splitter, a 4-seam, and a 2-seam. He's going to throw the 4-seam about 97 miles per hour, the same identical to the 2-seam. So much so, well, I guess he wouldn't get the outlier quirk because that's your primary pitch and his 2-seamer isn't his primary unless they switch that around. But 103 hit 9, 102 K9, 62 walk per 9, 75 overall control, so not bad on that front. You know, the only issue is the 2-seamer is the exact same miles per hour as the 4-seam. I don't know how much big of a deal that's going to be. In certain cases, I've mentioned the 2-seam can act a bit like a sinker if you have a certain delivery. For example, I think like Chris Sale, you guys know he has a funky delivery as a lefty. His 2-seamer can kind of act like a sinker at times, so maybe that would be the same with Hector Neris. Like I said, I haven't really used this card in the past, but the splitter, I always prefer that opposed to a changeup. And if we're going to see a reliever, if we're going to see 2 pitchers, Hector Neris could be serviceable. So those are my 4 predictions for who we're going to see as the base diamonds. Now let's move on to the lightning diamond, because this is going to be a bit of an interesting situation. Josh Bell, this is from MLB 19. I think this is the one I would want because switch hitter, 105 and 107 power respectively, 111 contact against righties, 70 vision, 50 speed. You can put him out in right, but obviously I would really recommend that you don't. I would think he should only ever even be considered to play at first base. I think this would be a great card. Obviously there's an issue. He already has a 88 overall team affinity, and also I don't know if they're going to give us a 95 overall Josh Bell. You know, they increased the overall, they increased the attributes on the Didi Gregorius to give him up to a 93 opposed to the 91 that he was originally back in MLB The Show 17. I don't know if they're ready to give us a free 95 overall card yet. We saw just with Blake Snell, 95 overall, we had to do a collection. I really don't think they're going to do that. It wouldn't make much sense to completely change the aspect of how you got the April Player of the Month cards. I think they're going to do it exactly identical. Josh Bell would be great. Another option, Carlos Correa. Obviously, he's from MLB The Show 17. And obviously, he also got a team affinity diamond. So it's a bit of a tough situation. I kind of would think Josh Bell is more likely because we saw Didi, he's a shortstop, and we also saw Tim Anderson as a shortstop, and he was the highest overall, I believe, of the April POTM set. So I don't think they would give us another shortstop. That wouldn't make all that much sense. But I would love Carlos Correa. I think, obviously, if you look at his stats, he's really kind of just a right-handed Didi Gregorius. His stats are very similar to the upgraded Didi, down to the speed, the fielding, and the power. Everything looks exactly like him. I think the secondary positions are the same as well. It really depends what you would want, but I don't think they're going to give us essentially a very similar card to Didi in the same position back-to-back POTM sets, and I don't think this is going to happen either. MLB 18 gave us a 92 overall Justin Verlander. He already has a 90 overall live series card. It wouldn't make sense. I know there's always a big debate back in this point when they would give already pre-existing live series diamonds an upgraded POTM card, especially at the start of the year. I don't think Verlander's going to happen. To be honest, I think this card might be worse. He only has 4 pitches. I think the live series has 5. It'd be a cool card. Circle changeup, slider, 12-6, and a 4-seam fastball. I just don't think it's all that realistic that it's going to happen. Let me know, out of these 3 cards, who would you guys most want to see? I think personally, Josh Bell is who is going to happen. Just because, yes, his overall is a bit higher, but I don't think they go back-to-back shortstops. I know they didn't expect to be in this situation. They didn't expect the season not to happen, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think Josh Bell is more than likely the guy who we are going to see. There are, however, a couple other options that they could go to as far as diamonds putting in, opposed to the 4 base ones that I listed. Here is Ross Stripling from MLB 18. Comes with a 4-seam, slider, knuckle curveball, and a changeup. Doesn't throw exactly hard, only 93 miles an hour. Changeup differential is pretty bad, only 8 mile an hour difference compared to the 4-seam. Per 9s are average, 79 walk 9, 73 hit 9, 83 K per 9. I think I would definitely prefer Alex Wood over this Ross Stripling. Here's Brandon Crawford, also from MLB The Show 18. Again, I didn't include him, partly because I want Justin Bourne Dietrich more, but also because he's another shortstop, so I don't think it's going to happen. The card would be decent. Diamond defense, 95 fielding, 91 arm, 90 plus contact per side, 73 vision, 65 power against left-handers as a lefty bat, so inverse power splits and 40 speed. Wouldn't be a bad card at all. I just don't think they're going to give us it. And then Brandon Woodruff from last year is another option. If they decide not to give us the Hector Neris, I think Brandon Woodruff can pretty much be just put into his place, because this would be a solid card as well. 4-seam, 2-seam, slider, changeup, and curveball. The base repertoire for 5-pitch guys. Gonna throw 97, 98 miles an hour on that 4-seam. 10 mile an hour differential drop off from the changeup. Once again, pretty average per 9s, nothing spectacular. 87 hit 9, 82 K9, 70 walk per 9. So those are 3 other options that they could give us, but what I think is going to happen, as I said, is going to be Derek Dietrich, Justin Bour, Alex Wood, Hector Neris, and then Josh Bell. That is what I'm expecting from the May monthly awards set, and once again, as long as it's put in the same way that it was last time, they all should be free diamonds. All you're going to have to do is a variety of different moments and missions. You can do the exchanges, which I did always, just because it goes a lot faster. So it's really up to you. I really liked how they put forth the April monthly award set, and I'm highly anticipating the May. So let me know what you guys think. If this was the set that came out, would you guys be happy with it? Who do you guys want to see in your May monthly award program? If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi.